John McCain supports repealing Obamacare in a bill that guts Medicaid in his own state. It's another attempt to repeal Obamacare, and this attempt is putting several senators who are up for re-election in a difficult bind, because if Republican senators and more than a few Democrats had any integrity whatsoever when an issue like this came up, McCain would give the trolls in his party the middle finger. Of course, he'd have to do it in front of a mirror, I guess. He'd give them the middle finger and say, look, sorry, boys, I can't go along because, you know, an awful lot of people here in Arizona are poor as hell because they have me as a senator for one reason, and they need their Medicaid. So I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to play this game. I'll play some other game. I'll talk about Obama being a Muslim. I'll talk about stuff like that, but I can't vote for the repeal of Obamacare, the Medicaid part. But that's not McCain. McCain is a lying son of a bitch. He's just as weird and bad as all these other Republican trolls. So he feels he's forced to choose between backing legislation for the 60th, 70th time this has been attempted, of ending Medicare. That's on the way, or not Medicare, but Medicaid expansion as a result of Obamacare. He's either got to back that, or he has to maintain health coverage for his constituents. What do you think he's going to take? Huh? Well, he was at a dinner, according to what I have here from the AP. He was at a Christian Science Monitor breakfast this morning. And he said he would back this bill to repeal the Medicaid expansion part of Obamacare, even though it would end the Medicaid expansion in his home state of Arizona. Now, this is part of what I mean when I say we lived in an effed up culture and society. This is how bad it is. This miserable son of a bitch, John McCain, you would think, after his attempt to participate in genocide against the Vietnamese people, spent some time in a North Vietnam prison as a POW. And they were rough on him, as I would be on somebody trying to bomb my goddamn city and kill my children and my family. I would be rough on him too. But he comes back and he's declared a war hero. A war hero. Because he got caught killing people that he had no business trying to kill. But he's a war hero. He and Graham Cracker, Lindsey Graham Cracker, the two of these two. Remember when, what's his name? I told Hadassah I just couldn't. Lieberman. The three tenors. So McCain comes back from his war hero days and gets elected to the Senate, and then deliberately and consciously puts his filthy, stinking political career ahead of the needs of the people in his state for medical care. Now, McCain's not unique. He's just another punk-ass Republican. It doesn't matter to him. So with McCain's support, the Republican-authored bill inches closer to the 51 votes it will need to pass the Senate through their effed-up parliamentary rules known as reconciliation. How's that for a destruction of the original meaning of that word? Among other provisions, this bill that is McCain just finds it, oh, it hurts my heart to do this, but you goddamn better believe I'm going to do it. Nobody helped me when I was a POW. Calm down, John. Among other provisions, this legislation he will support will scrap the medical device tax and the so-called Cadillac tax on high-cost health care plans. It will also eliminate subsidies for individuals who purchased health care insurance on exchanges. So to the people in Arizona who just love their Senator McCain, but you don't have a job and you're poor and your social safety net has been ripped by people like John McCain, hold on to your ass, because here comes another one. The most contentious provision in this bill may be the repeal of the Medicaid expansion. Too many poor folks in this country. You know, half the people in the United States are now considered poor. The Medicaid expansion it's a huge component of Obamacare. And you know how much it costs the states? Nothing! For what, Kathy? 3 years. And then for the rest of eternity, the states will never have to pay more than 10% of the cost. McCain isn't the only Republican senator who is doing this. Kelly Ayotte of New Hampshire, Rob Portman of Ohio, Pat Toomey of Pennsylvania. They're all up for re-election next year. And they've said that they'll back the bill as well. Yeah. We live in a sick, twisted, dying culture. And you know what has killed it? Well, first of all, the kind of predatory capitalism that these right-wingers celebrate so much, and that the people who put them in office, who will never be part of the capitalist plan, never. When you're a goddamn hourly wage worker someplace who's being dumped on by a corporation like Walmart, and you vote Republican, you get exactly what you deserve, you ignorant fool. I'm not going to play games with you. I'm going to do a Donald Trump on your ass. You're an ignorant fool. Here you are struggling to get a piece of the, capitalist American exceptional pie, right? And you're never, ever going to get it. Ever. Because the people you put in office will stop you from even getting close to the crumbs on the floor under the table. Don't you understand that? No, of course you don't. Because you listen to Limbaugh and you listen to the rest of these right-wing fascists, and you've completely sold off whatever you hold important in your life. You've given it away. You haven't sold it. You've given it away to this right-wing rhetoric. Yeah, you may be an ignorant son of a bitch, but at least you're not going to vote for somebody who supports marriage equality. Oh, hell no.